No mistakes here.
Yeah.
Whoa! You fall down there, it's a bad day.
You're done.
Okay, so I do a lot of my trail running out here. It's hard to find people that are willing to come out and do this stuff, let alone have the physical capability to do it. So I always leave early in the morning so I can avoid all the crowds, or I'm just in areas where there's no people. And sometimes you don't finish till the evening, and that's when the predators are on the move. Cougar and black bear up here, no grizzly bear. And so I feel a little naked and afraid out there sometimes. And so what I have for my self-defense, it's a last-ditch option. It's this KA-BAR TDI Law Enforcement knife. It's designed for law enforcement officers in case you find yourself in a struggle, somebody's trying to grab your duty weapon. Yeah, you can use your offhand, grab the knife, deploy it, and inflict wounds onto the attacker. So it's lightweight, which what you need is for trail running, and I need something that I can access easily, so it's pretty easy. This is my strong hand over here, so I carry it opposite shoulder. So on my weak hand side, shoulder, invert it so I'm not fighting gravity. I got this KA-BAR, or this Kydex sheath. It's pretty sweet. I've never had the knife pop out ever trail running.
I carry one too.
Yeah, I got him. He gets a little smaller one.
The lady finger.
The lady finger, it's called. And I can quickly deploy it and stab. And so that's my last ditch option. It probably gives me a false sense of security, but at least I'll go out with a fight. And so that is my self-defense for trail running out here in the wilderness. So when I started thinking about getting an edge weapon for trail running as self-defense, you know, the weight of the item is very important because, as the saying goes, ounces equal pounds, pounds equal pain. So I originally found this KA-BAR, it's called a shark bite, and it's actually like very similar to the TDI law enforcement knife. And it actually comes with its own little plastic sheath where it clips in there, and it's super light. It's plastic. Now, I was a little worried about using this if my life depended upon it, so I ended up getting a rib roast, and I threw a t-shirt over the rib roast, and I went out in my backyard and I deployed this. I basically struck the rib roast with the t-shirt. I wanted to see if it punctured the cotton t-shirt and then actually go into the meat or the flesh. And this is what it was horrible. It was horrible. It basically punched in, and as you can see right here, the tip is blunted. So this thing turned out to be an epic fail. So my recommendation would not be to go with that knife. And that's going to go in the garbage now. But here's the KA-BAR TDI law enforcement knife. It's metal. It's got a good grip. You can grab it there. And as you can see, it has a small blade, basically for punching, jabbing. So for wilderness or trail running where I'm really out there in the wilds, I use the Black Diamond distance pack. They come in two sizes, an 8-liter and a 15-liter. And I have this Kydex sheath, as you can see here. There's several companies on the internet. You can just do Kydex KA-BAR TDI law enforcement sheath, and you'll find plenty of options to get one made. I basically strap it off of this upper strap that's on the Black Diamond distance pack, and then I just get some of this elastic cord or shock cord or paracord, whatever you want to call it. It has a little bit of stretch to it, and I use a little snap lock to hold it down tight to the shoulder strap, and then I just tie it off right here. If this is something you want to do, I just tie it off to this horizontal strap right here, and it rides pretty well when I'm running. It's not much of a bounce, so I've done several trail runs with it for hours, and I haven't had any problems with it. And like I said, it does not fall out of this sheath, and it's super easy to deploy. So something to think about if you are wanting to get this. If you don't have the Black Diamond distance pack, you know, you're running like a Solomon pack or something, you're gonna need something up above for you to tie it down to so it doesn't flip-flop back and forth while you're running. This knife now retails probably about 50 bucks on Amazon, and one of these sheaths will cost you probably $25 up to $35 depending on how long you're willing to wait. So you're into it for like 85 bucks, maybe 95 bucks for the setup. You also need to make sure you have some of this elastic cord and this little lock, so that's probably another 10 bucks right there. So like basically this is all about a $100 setup right here in today's economy. My strategy if we encounter bear or cougar is to, you know, make myself big and scare it off.
Be big.
Make a lot of noise, but sometimes that doesn't work. And so if we can't avoid it, they attack. You know, I did find one article about a guy who fought off a cougar with a knife, and cougar ran off.
His name was Chuck Norris.
His name was Davy Crockett. So just something to think about if you're out here running in the wilderness, or maybe you're a woman and you're afraid maybe about an attacker out here. You know, there's other things you can do for humans, pepper spray, siren, but that thing, you get a couple hits in on that, you don't have to be a knife fighter, you can just stab, just punch, and it's a stabber, and it fits in your hand nicely like this. One thing to consider, if you're fighting a person, they could take it away from you and use it against you. So yeah, learn how to deploy it. And the best thing you do is just have good situational awareness when you're out here, and let other people know where you're going and when you're supposed to be back. So thanks for watching this video, guys. Hope you learned something. Watch out for Brandon. If you're into trail running, Spartan racing, which is an obstacle course race, camping, subscribe, like, follow, all that good jazz. We're gonna keep working some content like this. All right, don't forget to get out there and escape the matrix yourself.